come look at this. So she got like he's like, I haven't even opened the boxes
Wow.
yet. Like, come look through the research. She said it was more like effective than aspirin as far as like the statistics of it. Like, it was like 95% accurate, which is more accurate than our current
Yeah.
spy stuff. Like, more accurate than most of our intelligence gathering. Look at when they were like looking for, was it bin Laden? Who was on the run? Bin Laden was on the run forever, and they were like constantly thinking they found
Right.
him and didn't. Like, from usual intelligence, like, I just want to know why they wouldn't still be using this if it was so effective. But I think they are, and they're just
Right.
hiding it.
Yeah, why would you not? Why would you get rid of it? That doesn't make any sense. Especially because, like,
No.
satellites can get damaged and stuff or interfered with. They can't interfere with this, it seems like, so.
Yeah, and like one of the stories, I don't know who was doing it or who the target of this was, but they were, someone was like choking a guy out psychically, and like there was a woman there who was like, he was literally like gasping for breath and
Oh
almost
my
about to pass
God.
out, and then
What?
it just stopped. So like, I don't know if that, I want to say that was Pat Price trying to choke him out, but
I don't like that. That's Darth Vader.
I, yeah, scary. He's the force. I don't know. I mean, there's just so many examples of this working, and this, like, they even did publish when things didn't work, and sometimes they would find out later
Oh,
that, like, because it was stuff that they couldn't prove, and then they'd find out that it was accurate.
right.
Pat Price, like, one of the things he was asked to describe was, like, the municipal pool in Palo Alto, and he, one of the, like, locations, and he described it as a wastewater treatment plant and said that there were, like, water towers there, and they looked at it and they're like, no, like, it's a swimming pool, but fail. Like, they wrote, this is not, like, this was not accurate. 75 years before then, in the early 1900s, it was a wastewater treatment plant, and there are photos of
Wow.
the water towers.
Right. Yeah, I could see. I mean, if you're gonna say every like psychics are real and stuff, why can't they also see the like future or past places?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, it's, I think the reason that they don't talk about this is because they don't want people to know. But, like, I'm interested. Like, I think this is interesting. And I can't believe, like, people talk about MK Ultra, but to me, this is, like, more
Yeah.
interesting or, like, more, like, eye opening than MK Ultra. Yeah, I can believe that they were drugging people,
Yeah.
but I find it a lot harder to believe that they were studying psychics and that what they were doing actually worked. Like,
Yeah.
this one I feel like is one that people be like, no way. But I was on the CIA. Like, I've seen it.
Yeah. I mean, they have all these things that are declassified or whatever.
Right.
I mean, the drawings are like really, I feel like those are very accurate.
I know. And how?
Yeah. Hmm. Especially then, like you don't have what we have now. Like maybe you could look up stuff now from satellites or whatever, but
Right. But back then they would have had to, like, I don't know how you would even go about
yeah.
memorizing coordinates like that. Maybe.
And the Jupiter thing though,
I
it's
know.
like that's impossible. So,
I know. And yet he did it.
yeah, I definitely believe this. I want to try it.
I know, me too. You can go. They do like seminars. I'm sure it's really expensive where they'll send people, like, they'll all be in the room together and they'll send a person out to a location and everyone sits there and tries to come up with where it is. And then they'll have a camera and they'll show you around and you can see if you're like,
Hmm.
if they're accurate, like they'll FaceTime them, and like people with no training are able to do it, which just, I don't know, it's so crazy. I can't, like, I have no doubt in my mind it's real.
Right. I think it is real. I mean, I feel like that goes with kind of the collective consciousness. Like I believe that. So
Right.
maybe you are like tapping in to that string, like that person there or whatever.
Right. And like atoms, like we're all made up of a bunch of random atoms, and we know that like quantum entanglement exists. So,
Right. Yeah, why wouldn't those?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
just I I don't know. I think a lot of this, and we don't understand the brain well enough to know. You know what I mean?
Right.
We don't know. As much as
Yeah.
we want to think we know, there's a lot we don't
I mean,
know.
it reminds me of wasn't there like a study on monkeys like from different islands or different parts of the island where they didn't talk to each other, but like researchers gave one set of monkeys like a new tool and
And the
like
other monkeys knew how to use it?
yeah, like the other monkeys started doing it because I was like using a rock against something to open something, like a coconut or something, and like the monkeys on the other side of the island that didn't see these monkeys at all, like start like learned that as well, like within a certain amount of time.
Ah! Okay, but that would explain why, like, I think, like, okay, there's pyramids all over the world, right?
Yeah, right,
That could explain why, if everyone's kind of tapping into this collective unconscious, whether they, like, realize it or not,
right.
they're like pyramids. That's what we're building.
Yeah, because I feel like people get similar ideas like halfway across the world too, like for inventions and stuff.
Yeah. Like at the exact same time, two people come up
Right.
with the same thing without ever having communicated.
Yeah. There's
Dang.
something there, yeah. I like this one.
I do too. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Maybe we're just tapping into the simulation.
Yeah. Well, one time I was at a concert and I like I was standing there and it was in Milwaukee. And all of a sudden in my head I thought, I wonder how Beth is doing. And Beth was a girl that lived on my floor at Stout that I didn't talk, like we kind of talked, and then I was like, I wonder how Beth and Zach are doing. And they lived in Hayward, or not Hayward, somewhere like on the North Shore. I can't remember
Oh.
the name now, but it's way, way up on like Lake Superior. I said, I wonder how they're doing. 5 minutes later, they walked past me at the concert.
What? Oh
And it
my
was in
gosh.
Milwaukee, which would have been like 6 hours from where
Yeah.
she lived. And I just said,
Wow.
oh, I was literally just thinking about you.
That's
Randomly at a
crazy.
concert. Why would you be in my mind? And here you are.
Right. Yeah, you got a little tingling that she was nearby first.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
weird.
Huh. Yeah, I feel like we're way more connected to each other than we think.
I think so too.
Well, that's it for this episode. Be sure to give us a 5 star on whatever listening platform you're using. Also, all of our sources for the episode will be in the description. Also, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok under Let's Be Briefed, where we post weekly updates. Be sure to join us next week, where we talk about the abandoned town of Portlock, Alaska, where all the townspeople seemingly left for their safety after strange sightings in the woods and mysterious murders. Until then, stay briefed.